My name is Elizabeth Martinez Genova, and this is my living benefit story. I was born in Miami, Florida, born and raised. I've lived there my entire life. I travel for pleasure. That's my big thing. I've had many careers in my lifetime. I was in the military. I went to law school, but I love traveling.
My name's Alberto Caballera. I've been an insurance agent since 2010. I specialize in life insurance with living benefits that you don't have to die to use.
When Albert first spoke to me about the living benefits, I didn't know that there was such a thing, that existed. And that really was what sold me.
Well, I started explaining to her about the policy. Told her, listen, what's going to happen if you get sick? What are you going to do if you're chronic, if you're critical, if you're terminal? This policy allows you to accelerate a huge sum of money from your policy, anywhere from 90 to 100% when you really need the money.
And he convinced me that it made sense because life is very unpredictable, as I recently found out. I got the policy, and that was just before my trip to Turkey. And then in January, I had run some tests, and my doctor had told me to go into the hospital to the ER because of pancreatitis, which can be potentially fatal. They had seen what they thought was a shadow, but they thought it could have been a clot. They didn't think it was anything. But they decided that they would do an endoscopy. And when they did the endoscopy is how they discovered the cancer. I was hopeful that it would be that we caught it early, because I didn't come in for this, but it was first a slap in the face to find out that you have cancer, and then it was a kick to the gut to find out that you're stage 4.
Then we found out that it was terminal cancer.
Obviously, when you get hit with a diagnosis like that, and then they tell you have 3 to 6 months, it's really debilitating. And it was really very shocking for my siblings and my family to hear the news. But the next worry that you have is, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to take care of just surviving even in this short time?
That's when we put in the claim into the insurance company, and before we knew it, we had a check on our hands for $239,000 in change for her, which made all the difference in the world when I gave her that check.
When I realized that I could make a claim on my living benefits and that I could receive this money, it lifted a burden. Because not only was that sufficient money to pay my mortgage and pay my debt and pay a lot of the things that I had to take care of, it also left me a little bit of money to be able to spend it with my family and to be able to do the things that I'm interested in. I've traveled to a lot of places. Some of my favorites are Thailand, of course, Jerusalem, to see history and stories of the Bible unfold before you. I love the tulips in Holland, in the Netherlands, Amsterdam. There's a lot of places I've been, but there's still a long list of places I've not gone to. And with the living benefits that I received, I plan to find those places, with the time I have left.